Very good morning to you. I mean, just awful, isn't it, that people are doing this? Tell us more about it.
Yeah, it's worrisome for both us as UIF, but also as a country, given that where we are right now, that every cent is needed by South Africans to cope with the impact of this pandemic. This non-declaration or non-compliance by employers means employees are not covered for UIF insurance. But what is worse is the unwillingness for employers to come forward and declare these employees. Because what is key for us, we cannot process claims unless this relationship is confirmed by either the employer that I have a relationship with this employee, I've employed this person for this long, and this employee, I'm paying their salaries every month. Or the employees, which is very difficult for them, because if an employee does it, there's a possibility of fraud happening, because the employee must now produce contract, they must produce pay slip, they may have to produce bank slips or bank statements, and some of them may not have this information, but the employer has this info. And that's what makes this problem serious for the country.
And I'm sure there are many reasons, but what do employers, is it just laziness? Is it too complicated, the process? What's the problem?
Oh no. If Joanne, we've been able to pay over 23 billion rands to date, that means there are employers that have been able to run through this process and comply. And why would only these ones not be able to do a simple thing? We have domestic workers that have been able to declare their employees and pay for them and apply on their behalf. So this should be a simple process if other people like domestic employers can do it.
And I should imagine it makes it pretty complicated, the paper trail, if all the boxes are not ticked, you're getting the information that you need. Exactly.
Because in the long run, we want to go back and audit the process and test if money did reach the expected individuals. And if we are not able to find these simple details, it becomes even more difficult now to trace the money all the way to the employee and ask him or her if they've received the money that was intended for them.
And if you find that that's been happening, what happens to them?
Well, the way we structured our MOA with the companies, we've added a clause that we are going to audit their books, we are going to go into their bank account to confirm if money did go where they're supposed to go. And if that has not happened, we will be taking them to court. We may even have to blacklist some of these employers if we discover that they've done such a thing, or even have to take them to court for them to be imprisoned.
Any idea of how long this will take, the timeline here?
Well, we've started already to employ a few auditors. We've already employed a forensic firm that will be able to investigate cases. We have cases that are on the brink of, to a point of even arresting some of the culprits, but I'm not going to announce here and now until we've reached that stage. We in the next 2 weeks, we intend to be employing a panel of providers so that we can stretch our arms all throughout the country and be able to reach as many employers as possible within a short space of time.
Can you tell us briefly, who are the bigger perpetrators? I mean, are you seeing big companies doing this, or mainly individuals not paying their employees?
Well, what we've picked up so far, it varies. There's big companies that are not paying their employees the money due to them. And I mean big companies. I'm not going to mention here, but it's big companies. Then you have your small chancers, someone who employs about 10, 15 people who are not transferring this money to the employees. So it varies in between. But what bothers us is the fact that you have a big employer who will be able to do such a thing. It's unthinkable that someone will risk a brand name and do such a thing.
That's terrible, sick, isn't it? Now, briefly, if you will, if somebody feels that they are not, or they know that they're not getting money that should be getting to them, what should they do? Who should they get in touch with?
At this stage, we're using our call center line, 0800 030 007. 0800 030 007.
Okay.
But I must say, in the next week, we are going to introduce a more proactive fraud system. Just give us maybe a week or so. Then we'll introduce a more interactive fraud system where people can report every single fraud that they suspect in whatever form that they've seen it.
Okay. Good luck, Teboho. Thank you.
Thank you.